What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Coco Brass YouTube channel, where today we will be discussing 1911s. If you're just now getting into it, should you get a 9 or should you get a 45? So without further ado, let's get into it. I just want to start off by saying, if you take a time out of your day to come and view and be a part of the Coco Brass family, I can't ever thank you enough. Go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can stay up to date and in tune with everything going on the channel, and so you can see all the content that we are dropping each and every week. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at these awesome 1911s. So, representing the 45 category, it will be the Colt 45 government model. This is a 5-inch overall length firearm, and it, like I said before, it is chambered in 45 ACP. Then, representing the 9mm, we will be taking a look at the Tisas 1911 Raider. This is the homage that pays tribute to the Marine Raiders, MARSOC 1911, in which they used during the GWAT and early on when they were formed. And this is chambered in 9mm. But to start this off, both of the firearms are completely clear. There is no ammunition in here whatsoever, and there are no magazines. Everything is completely clear. So when it comes down to it, and you're just now getting your first 1911, what would I recommend? Honestly, to save the time, and if you want to click off the video now, I recommend 9mm. And here's a few reasons why. So when it comes down to it, you want something that's going to be fun, something that you're going to be able to take out to the range, put a bunch of rounds through, and just have fun with. And I'm not saying that 45 isn't, but when it comes down to it, 9mm is softer recoiling. It is a lot cheaper when it comes to ammo, and you're just able to have more fun with this than you are a 45. So a couple points, like I just said right there, 9mm is one, easier recoiling. So when it comes down to it, say you're buying a 1911 as your only firearm. I don't know why you would, but if you did, and that's the only firearm that you have, you're going to need to be able to use it. You need to be able to be consistent with it. And if you are carrying this as your personal protection, then you need to be able to put rounds on target. And I think 9mm is going to be a lot easier to hit follow-up shots with, if need be, in that situation than it would be on 45. Because I want to be completely honest with you, as somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience with 45 ammo, when it came down to it, that's like a hand cannon compared to my 9mm. So, like I said before, it's just easier to train with, and it is a lot easier to put rounds on target if need be. Then the second reason that I touched on when it comes down to 9mm is it's cheaper. With it being cheaper, that means you're going to be able to stock up on it. You're going to be able to buy more of it and take it out and train with it than you would be on 45. When it came down to it, my 9mm was 11 galactic tokens for the ammo, and that is 50 rounds. It's 50 rounds of ammunition that I'm able to buy for this and use. When it came down to the 45, I bought the cheapest box of 45 that my local Royal King had, and it was 24 galactic tokens in order to get that and out the door with it. So you're looking at a $10 price difference just for cheap ball range ammunition. So I could pretty much buy 2 boxes of 9 for the 1 box of 45 that I took out to the range the other day. So like I said, it's cheaper. And another reason, flowing into the third reason, is it's more abundant. 9mm, you're going to be able to find pretty much anywhere. So when I went and bought that ammo from my local Royal King just to test how it was, they said they had been out 3 weeks without 45 ammo, and that they finally just got it in. He said that he had no clue that it was going to come in. He thought it was going to be a couple weeks longer, but they got a shipment in. And as far as 9 goes, he had 5 different kinds of 9mm, and then he also had some more self-defense ammunition with this. So with that being said, if you were in a pinch, you really needed to train, or you really just needed to stock up, it's cheaper and it's more abundant to buy 9mm. And then another reason for the 9mm is the guns are cheaper. Everything is cheaper when it comes to the 9mm. I compared the 45 Tisas to the 9mm Tisas, and at the time of when I bought this, it was 100 to 150 galactic tokens difference between these two purely because of the chambering. I mean, so why wouldn't I have went with a 9mm compared to the 45? I mean, it just makes sense. I was trying to save money. I didn't know if I was even going to like a 1911 platform, but I ended up really falling in love with it, and it's a really soft shooting gun. So I'd highly recommend the 9mm in pretty much every way possible. But yeah, for sure, it's going to be cheaper, it's going to be more abundant, and it's going to be a lot easier to shoot and train with and to just have fun with. I mean, the 45 is definitely fun. I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's just the 45 is going to be more expensive. It's going to be harder to find sometimes, and it's a hand cannon. I'm going to be completely honest with you that I could fully see why every military and every law enforcement agency went to 9mm other than 40 and 45, which we will do a video comparing those three cartridges here soon, so stay tuned for that. But if you want just a piece of nostalgia and you don't care about the recoil, definitely go for 45. I mean, what the heck, why not? If you have the money to do it and you want to go have fun with it and it's just going to be a safe queen that you take out once or twice, go do it. But if you're going to take it out all the time and shoot with it a lot more than you think you will with a 45, just get the 9. I do not think you will be disappointed with it. So as we come to the tabletop, you can see this is the 9mm Tisas Raider, and this is the Colt 45 that we have. And I just wanted to let you look at the quality of these, because that's one thing that I want to compare on these is the quality, because the difference between this and this, like I stated before, is this could be double, at least double to triple the price of this right here. And the quality on this is just great. The slide just glides. There's no hang up. I mean, it is just a great firearm overall. I will always recommend a Tisas to anybody that will listen to me, because they definitely know what they're doing. And as I stated before, this has all forged parts in it. It doesn't have any MIM parts from what is stated from every review that I've read, every forum that I've been on, and anything that Tisas has ever said. But that is one thing, is you do have an ambi safety on here, and then this is really smooth. The grip safety is a lot easier to engage. I keep hitting that light. Yes, this is the Harbor Freight light, still running this and gunning with it. Haven't had the first issue out of it. But as you can see, the quality is just great on these. And as you come here, yes, it is a pretty gun. It is a great looking firearm, but it is gritty. It is grimy when it comes to sliding that. You only get the non-ambidextrous safety. There's oil all over this. And I think that is one thing that I do really like about this Tisas, is the fact that they made this so much more pronounced to where you're not going to have a failure to engage that backstrap safety or that back safety. You're not going to have any issue with that at all. And then you definitely hear the click here. The actuation is for sure heavier than it is right here. I mean, it's just a lot easier. So that's my biggest gripe as well too, when it comes down to comparing, it's not so much the 9 to the 45, it's just the big companies. You have these smaller companies that are coming in at more reasonable prices to allow more people to have access to this, and they're knocking it out of the park as far as quality goes, to where you have the Colt fans and everybody who owns a Colt paying, like I stated, at least double to triple for this. And granted, this is an homage to past versions of the Colts, but then you have them doing the same exact thing, because I'm almost positive they make almost the same identical model in this as a Tisas, and I would love to get my hands on that. If you would like to see that in a future video, just go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know. But yeah, I think that's one thing that when it comes down to it is, if you go modern day with some of these 1911s, you're going to get better quality, you're going to get better craftsmanship, and I think that is for sure proven here. Tell me how you feel about it when it comes down to this, but as you can see, I think it is pretty fair to say that I don't know how this, other than the name, would be more than this right here. A lot of people do have issues with it coming up from overseas, from Turkey, but If you can overlook that and just not really pay attention to that, you will just learn to appreciate it for the quality and for the craftsmanship that it is. So, with that being said, I want to hear what you have to say. What do you think? Should somebody go with a 9mm 1911 or so should somebody go with a 45? Drop a comment down below and tell me what you think. But that's all I have for you today. And if you've made it this far into the video, I can't thank you enough, and I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you.